Welcome back to another game day vlog. This week we've got our massive grand final rematch from last year. Us the Yarrawonga Pigeons versus Wangaratta Magpies. Last year we were unfortunately not quite good enough to get across the line. The Magpies beat us by only 3 points in a belter of a game last year.
Maybe 4 minutes max in it, guys.
Oh, free kick.
Free kick. The ball. Lee Williams got blocked. It's important shot for the year. Kick on the way. He's put it through. Pigeon for Yarrawonga's goal, Gussie.
Tyson flies high in the ruck. Fothergill gets it inside 50. Inside 50 and Koopman. Jesse Koopman's taken a mark. Koopman to the Hannah Street end. Right foot kick. Misses to the right-hand side.
On McVeigh knocked it over. Wangaratta win. Wangaratta are champions. A 3-point thriller.
We had our chances to win the game last year. We missed a goal late in the last quarter, but all throughout the game we had some opportunities where we could have won, but unfortunately the Magpies were just better than us on the day. But then 3 months later, it turns out there was a salary cap breach by the Wangaratta Magpies, and they took the grand final off of them. So this is going to be a huge game because there's a massive rivalry between us two clubs, and last year them beating us in the grand final and then them cheating to win it is a huge thing, and that just brings so much more hype to this game. It's going to be a close, tough, physical contest, and I can't wait to play in it tomorrow. We've got our captain back in this week from a broken wrist, the league best and fairest from last year, so that's going to be a massive in for us. So hopefully we can get the win this week because we owe them from last year. So it's about 5:30 and I've just got home from work and had a shower. Now I'm going to go into town and get some dinner, and I'm going to show you exactly what I eat pre-game. Then I'm going to shoot off to my girlfriend's place, watch the footy, hopefully watch the Bulldogs get a win. And guys, if you want to see more of these game day vlogs, please subscribe, hit that like button. If we get 100 likes, I'll make another one of these next week. And just comment what you want to see more of or less of, like what I'm doing well or what I'm not doing so well. Tell me what you want to see. I read all the comments and I talk to you all there, so do that for me. Alright, so now I'm going to drive into town and get dinner. I'm going to show you exactly what I eat, and probably don't do what I do because I play shit each week, but I'm going to show you what I eat before a game and what time I eat, and then I'm going to go back home and then I'm going to watch the footy. Alright, who's ready to see what I eat the night before a footy game? I'm so fucking keen for this. Here it is. Look at that, Meat Lovers Pizza. That is so delicious. I can't wait to have a bite of that. So that's what I have, a Meat Lovers Pizza. It's always this or a carbonara, and some nights if I'm lucky I'll have half and half. So I'll have half a pizza and half a carbonara. But I can't even wait to get home. I need to have a piece right now because I'm fucking starving. Look at that. That is delicious. That is so good. That hits the spot right there. I'm going to finish this piece and then I'm going to go home and finish the rest. But this is so good. You have no idea how good this is for me right now. Also, like I said before, probably don't copy me because I play like shit. So this is just lots of carbs and it tastes great. So I eat it before a game so I'm full tomorrow. I like to be light on game day, so I eat heaps of carbs at full today, and then I have minimal breakfast tomorrow so I can play light. But this is the go before a game for me. Alright, I am so full. 2 slices left. Couldn't quite finish the whole pizza. That'll do me for the night. That'll get me across the line. Now we're going to sit back and watch the footy. The old dogs are struggling. Kicked 6 points to Freo's 2 goals straight. So that's not looking good for the old Bulldogs, but hopefully we come good. So that's what I've done. Eating 3/4 of a pizza, heaps of carbs, drinking plenty of water, and then I'll catch up with you in the morning. Righto, the footy's just finished. The doggies smashed Freo. What a good game. Go the Dogs. I'm going to go to bed now. I'm super tired. Need to get my 8 hours sleep. Plenty of rest for tomorrow. But I'll see you all in the morning. Good night.
8 hours later.
Good morning. It is game day and it's about 8:30. I've had 9 hours sleep, so I'm feeling so fresh and ready to go. So I'll show you what I do before a game. So I'm about to go down and get a coffee, and then I'm going to make some brekkie, and I'll show you what I have for brekkie this morning. Don't know what I'm going to have yet, but I'll see what I've got in the pantry here. and then we'll just go from there. So I'll see you when I get my coffee. Just ran down and got myself an iced coffee. Bloody delicious. So good. Vanilla iced latte, lactose-free milk so it doesn't upset my tummy before a game. Also got a bit of banana bread, so that's going to be delicious. Going to demolish that, and then I'm going to cook up a couple fried eggs. So that's going to be good too. Cheers, see you when I'm done. Woo. This banana bread, so fucking good. Nothing better than a bit of banana bread before a game. So good. Absolutely smashed that banana bread. That was so good. Nothing better than a bit of warm banana bread with a bit of butter on top. So freaking good. Righto, now I'm gonna eat some fried eggs. They look absolutely delicious. Gonna smash these down. And then that's all I'm gonna eat pre-game pretty much. I like to stay pretty light. So I'll just have these, and then maybe half an hour before the game I might have a banana or a handful of lollies just to get the energy up before the game. But then that's pretty much all I eat until about 5 o'clock tonight when we finish. So let's dig into this. Perfect runny eggs. So good. Yum. Right, I'll smash these down and I'll see you after. Absolutely smash them down too. I'm actually pretty full now. That's more than what I normally eat on a pre-game. So hopefully I don't feel too heavy when I'm out there, but I should be right. Bloody delicious eggs, bit of banana bread, iced coffee. Nothing better before a pre-game. Now I might go and get a bit of a haircut if the shop's open because I've got a bit of time to kill before my game. So I might go into town half an hour early, see if they can get me a little haircut in because she's getting out of control. See if they can make me look like an unborn fetus. And then we'll go from there. This is going to be a massive game because it's the grand final rematch. Today's perfect weather. It's 22 degrees and sunny, not a breath of wind. So it's going to be a huge game for our club. We've got a big in our captain, Lee Masters. He's come in, he won the best and fairest in the league last year. He's a massive, massive part of our game plan down there at centre half back with our intercept play. So it's going to be a huge in for him. Stevie J was impressed with how we played last week. We won by 100 points to North Albury last week, so we got back in form after our loss to Albury. So it's going to be a massive game for us, and I cannot wait. Hopefully I can play a bit better than I did the first week. Last week I kicked 2 and had a few disposals, so I got a little bit better, but if I can go that step again this week, it'd be really, really good for me, because honestly, when I play like shit, which is every week, I get down the dumps. So hopefully I can get up and about early, kick a nice quick goal or set up a quick goal, get the energy up nice and early so then it can set the standard for the rest of the game. Hopefully we get the win. Gonna go into town now, see if I can get my hair cut, and then if I can't, I'll probably see you all after the game. So good luck to us, good luck to you guys this week if you're playing. Let's go, like and subscribe. Right, I've just been to the hairdressers, got my hair cut. Actually not as bad as I thought it would be, so it's not too bad. But it took me an hour and a half to get the haircut. There was like 20 people in there before me. So now I'm like running late. So I need to get in there with all the boys. But it is a pearl a day. It's like 20 degrees, no wind at all, just sun, not a cloud in the sky. I am so keen for today. I don't know why I'm so keen though, because I'm probably going to get like 3 disposals and kick 2 on the full. But let's just hope I play alright, we get the win in this grand final rematch, and hopefully it's a good day. Might get a couple highlights hopefully, probably won't. But good luck boys, hopefully we get the win. I'll see you all after the game. So nothing really exciting happened for the first 2 minutes of the game, but the Maggies got it down into their forward 50 and we have a bit of a ball up here. And then big Cal Moore just absolutely turns one on here, comes up in the ruck against Big Lockhow, gets a tap down, roses himself and just bombs one from 45 snap. So that was a ripping goal from Cal Moore to start the game for the Wangaratta Magpies, and that put the pressure on us early. So we knew we had to respond pretty quick here, so Howie taps it down to Willie Wheeler and he gets a quick kick off, and then Willow gets it, quick snap in, and then big Ned Pendergast, just absolutely vice grip hands, plucks that one, and then he goes back and kicks the goal, which we really needed. So we had the quick reply, which was really huge. There I am getting around him, a few high fives, but that is the start we needed. So I did stuff all in the first quarter here, but Coburn kicks it down. Big Pender creates a contest. There I am running past looking for a handball. Didn't quite get it, which is probably alright because I couldn't have done much with it. But then Pender kicks it into Cam Wilson and he takes a ripping mark about 40 to 45 metres out. But unfortunately he went back and kicked a point. Then we go back again. Jack Forge bombs it in towards the top of the square. And there he is again. Big Ned Pendy
getting his hands on it early here, and he finishes with this one. So he's kicked 2 early in the first quarter, and he is dominated in this first quarter, and he's really put the pressure on the Maggies with 2 quick goals. So I'm yet to get a disposal here, but here's my first opportunity. We get a little bit of a ruck tap down and then kick it forward. There I am, running through, get shoved in the back there. Umpire didn't want a bar of it. Then I chased it up, missed tackle, but then just thought lock it in here, hopped on top, didn't want it to spill out, get another ball up here with a chance to get another clearance. So we kick one to the top of the goal square here, and a couple fly up, and then our big key forward, Willow, roves it beautifully like he's a 5'3" small forward, and he kicks a ripping goal. But then he goes up, bit of a ruck tap, I get my hands on it here, could have got a handball out, but I didn't want to spill it out and then like maybe lose it going the other way to the Maggie, so I held it in there to get another ball up. So we're up by 7 points here, and it was getting into the very end of the last quarter. But unfortunately, the Maggies just get a beautiful kick towards Ben Reid, the former Collingwood Magpies player, and he's an absolute dead-eye dick when it comes to kicking goals. He just takes the most of his opportunities when he gets them. He goes back, slots it from about 45 metres out, and then we're only up by a point. So that's the first quarter finished. We'd kicked 3 goals 5 for 23, and they'd kicked 3 goals 3 for 21. So it was a pretty close, tough battle for the first quarter. I was yet to get a disposal, I think. But then we come out this quarter, and we really find another gear. So Willie Wheeler gets a nice little mark here, and he's looking in deep, kicks it in long, and look who it is, the big Pender again. Old empty head, starting off the second quarter strong, just like he did in the first, and he goes back to kick his third for the day, which was huge for us and put us that little bit further in front. And then we go forward again here with Fothergill. I think he bombs it to the top of the square. Big Willow gets both hands to it. Very unlucky to not be called a mark, but then Cam Wilson just bangs it on his opposite, I think, and it sails through as a floater, and we get 2 quick ones, which is a huge start to the second quarter. So we're really getting some confidence up, and then Ryan Ironspawn finds Willie Wheeler in space here. He just grabs it and takes the grass, takes a couple bounces here, and he's just looking for that opportunity, and he's waiting, sells a bit of candy, and then perfect hit, hits me lace out for my first mark of the day, I think. So I was having a real slow start, but I go back here, really take my breaths. I was thinking like, please, you've not had a kick today. You need to kick this goal. Took as much time as I needed, taking a few breaths because I was bloody nervous. And I was like, please kick this, because I was shitting myself. If I'm going to be honest, I was not very confident, but I just went back, did my routine, keep the hips straight in line with the goal, keep it low, keep your head over it, and then bang, kick through it. Beautiful goal for my first goal for the day, and thank God I kicked that, and we were off to a great start. So I'm starting to get my hands on it a bit more here. The confidence is up. Get a nice little handball there, try to sidestep a couple, get through, give a handball to Coey, and I thought I got freaking a free kick there without the ball, so I was looking to get it, but then apparently Coey got it for being tackled at the ball or something. But then here we go again up forward, and then big Bailey Fraunfelder, who's been moved to a half back line this year, takes him on, gets around one, and then bangs it from freaking 48 metres out, and it goes through. And he gives a massive celebration to the crowd, and that's his first goal for the day. So then Tanner Nyholm kicks it out to me in space. I'm leading jump, try and grab it at the highest point, but the defender spoiled it really well. Then it was just in there, and it just bobbled out, and no one seemed to see. And then I thought I got done holding the ball there, but apparently it was high. I had no idea. And then I looked to go inboard, backed my kicking skills to hit it inside, and then bang, pretty risky kick between 2 Magpies players, but I hit Tanner Nyholm pretty good, so I'm getting my hands on it here. Then Ryan Bruce has it on the half-back flank here and spots me in a paddock. I had no one at all around me. And then I look inboard again, and there's our big ruckman, Lockhow, and I hit him pretty good, and then he goes forward to Harry Wheeler, and he bombs it in long, and then bang, lace out kick to Maxi Hempel. Some good play there. I was finally getting my hands on it this quarter. And here I go, Lee Masters back in, the captain, bombs one in high, and I jump up on the back, and I thought I was ripped off for that. I thought that was a mark. He's called it ball up. Looking back, it probably was fair to be a ball up, but I was filthy. I thought the umpire was just taking an absolute golden opportunity off me to kick a goal there. So we were really starting to dominate this quarter. We get another kick inboard, and then our big key forward, Lee Williams, takes a one-hand pluck, and he goes back and kicks the goal. But we were really starting to put the foot down here and had a really good second quarter and started to kick away. So this one here is pretty funny. Tanner Nyholm gets it out and he bombs it on his right boot, and I was confident that went in for a goal. So I was getting around him because it would have been his first ever senior goal, and earlier that day he told me he was confident he was going to kick one. So I was sure that went through, but unfortunately it wasn't, and it was a behind. And here's another opportunity where we go forward. Tanner Nyholm, I swear he's at the start of every play this week. He's played alright on the weekend. Gets out of cam and he kicks it in front of me. I couldn't quite get there. I swung around on my left though and hit Willow lace out with a beautiful kick. And then he gets pushed and they call it a 50 metres. So I went up and let Van Berlo. We've always had our little interferences, and then we are into it. And that cameraman just turns it away, but I dropped him to the ground, which was a dumb idea because they could have gave away a free. But yeah, me and that bloke were really getting into it, and I was just letting him know he's a bit too old, a bit too slow now, and Willow's got him covered. So that was the end of the second quarter, and we really started to play our brand of footy and started to kick away a little bit. We had 11 goals 10 for 76, and they had 6 goals 4 for 40. So we got a good lead going into the third quarter. So this is just a bit of a learning curve for me next time. So I was playing a bit deeper and Maxi was a high forward. So he's pushing through there now to help the defense. And then his man gets free and I was meant to push up to cover Maxi's man so he could help the defense. And I didn't get there in time and they get it inside 50. And thank God Cal Moore dropped that sitter. But let me tell ya, Stevie J was not impressed about me not getting up there quick enough. And he tore me a new one in the 3/4 time huddle for that. This is just me applying some pressure. There's me coming across now, just getting there as quick as I could to put as much pressure on him as I could coming out of the back line. Unfortunately, still hit the target and they got a mark. But that just goes to show you got to put as much pressure on as you can to try and keep it in the defensive half as much as possible. And I just wanted to put this in here because Newton, who used to play AFL, look at that for a goal. That is a brilliant goal. Don't know how he kicked that. But Magpies were starting to come back a little bit in this third quarter. Here was another opportunity for me. We get a kick, it goes over the top, and then it goes out the back. So I'm there with number 14. And I thought I'd be able to push him off the line of the ball, but he did really well. He just kept tapping it forward, and got it out of bounds. That should definitely be deliberate. But they don't really pay it here, and I don't know why. We play every other rule, but I've never seen a deliberate paid in this league. So the Magpies were slowly edging back the score, but luckily Big Willow took a great grab there, and he goes back to kick the goal, kick his 4th for the day, I think it was there, and just put that lead a bit more further in front. But yeah, the Magpies really started to edge their way back into this. So fair enough to say here, Stevie J was not happy with me again. I give this guy like 2 meters, and I didn't think the defender would be able to hit him lace out like that. So I give him a little bit of room, thinking I'd be able to get there and spoil it. But sure enough, he hit him lace out, and fair enough to say, Stevie J was not happy at all with that. He abused me at 3/4 time huddle for that as well. So let's just hope I'm playing next week, because at this rate, after a few mistakes in that third quarter, I could be playing in the twos. So I get another little disposal here. I get a nice little clean handball out to Fothergill, but he just gets absolutely crunched by that bloke with a handball out to little Ben Kennedy. But unfortunately, that come to nothing. So that was it for the third quarter. We kicked 13 goals, 15 points for 93. And the Maggies had kicked 10 goals, 8 for 68. I didn't play my best quarter there. Had a few mistakes. Stevie J give us a bit of a spray. Knew we could play a bit better. So we come out strong here in the last. So early here in the fourth, we're playing around with it on our half forward line. And then Horry absolutely bombs it in long to Pendy, and then bang, vice grip hands, empty head, takes a huge mark within the first 30 seconds of the game, and he goes back and kicks a brilliant goal. So we go forward again here, but they get an intercept mark, and I don't know what happened here. He played on, but then like it wasn't 50, I don't know, but me and Willow both overran that ball and missed it. But then I get the crumb, sell a bit of candy, go for a left foot snap, and I absolutely middled that ball. It was a shocking kick. But then they drop it. Then Maxi handballs it to me, and I just quickly bang it on my left. And it just misses. It was so close to being a goal, but unfortunately I just missed another opportunity there. This is an unbelievable moment. Willie Wheeler bombs it in. Maxi Hempel spoils it, and he just grabs it and bombs it on his left. Absolute floater. And then it's marked on the line, and we didn't know if it was a goal or not, so I was sort of sneaking up to the goal umpire. And I heard him say, yeah, it's a goal. So I went straight over to Maxi, give him a big hug, because that was pretty much the sealer for the rest of the day. It was a beautiful goal. That put us in front enough to surely they couldn't come back and beat us. So we were looking pretty solid here. Wiley gets a kick out to Jidzy. He went to play on, but luckily he didn't. And he strolls back, and you'll see big Matt Casey, our centre-half back. He was sort of strolling around, got a big left foot, and he just bombs it from right on the 50 line. Goalpost height, through for another goal. So we're really starting to put the foot down here and bury the Wangaratta Maggies. So that is it for the game. We got the revenge we so desperately wanted from last year's grand final. We ended up on 16 goals and 18 points for 114 to 12 goals 11 for 83. So we won pretty comfortably in the end. But we are slowly getting back to the form we know we can get to and are 2-1 now. But the Magpies are 0-3. So they are really, really starting to let the season slip away, and they were the premiership favourites going into this year.
Who gets the win, mates?
Have you got this on?
No, it's in the vlog.
Yeah,
It's recording.
it is. Oh, is it? Thanks,
Ask us questions or something.
Thanks. Panda Escott. Cheers.
You're drinking my beer.
Timmy played.
How good was your goal, mate?
Timmy was best on.
Out of 10, probably a 9.3. The floater took it back. It used to be a 10, but
Nice. And your goal that was...
Yeah.
that wasn't.
Oh, you were the only one celebrating. So
That's because it went on the full. No, it didn't.
nah.
Anyway,
Yeah,
good
should've
game,
been.
lads.
Cheers.
We loved it.
Round
Winners
2
picks.
recap.
Win.
Yarra win by
Cheating dog. No, we got not say that. We beat the boys.
He just
Let's go.
said 10 goals. Oh, Maggies.
1.
Winners.
Who do we verse next week? We need a recap of that.
Yeah,
we verse Raiders at Raiders. Already, we're going to predict.
Alice Yeoman. Keen to get fucking palmed off.
Apparently, he's shit house.
Righto, so next week's game is gonna be huge. We're versing the Wodonga Raiders, who have Cam Ellis Yeoman, who is a former Brisbane Lions player. He is the absolute man mountain. He is huge. He's like 110 kilos of pure muscle. And I think he's been dominating the first 2 rounds. Like, he's been turning one on, getting 40 and kicking 2. So he's going to be a huge force to stop this weekend. And if you want me to do a game day vlog every week, or you want me to do next week's one, let me know in the comments and like and subscribe the video. Because by you doing that, it gives me the motivation each week. So make sure you do that, and I'll see you next week. Yo!